Сегодня мы в Лос-Анджелесе. Сегодня здесь проходит первая в мире веганская неделя моды.
We make the best shoes in the world, but we also make our brands vegan. This is where the future is.
Tea, veganism, and Buddhism. Those things are always just together in China.
My name's Rebecca Mink, and I was inspired by the animals. I was a stylist for celebrities, and I wanted to create a super high-end red carpet shoe that was really no different than a Jimmy Choo, Christian Louboutin, Chanel, and it was vegan. So I went to Italy to make shoes. We're really expanding and growing like crazy. We've made some crazy boots for Miley Cyrus and different celebrities, which is really fun. And we also are partnered with Kat Von D to help her brand and launch her brand with her. She's making her shoes in our factory, and she's amazing. And so she's going to have her own vegan shoe brand called Von D. And then Mink is expanding to make different custom shoes, but we're also going to have a website where you can custom design your own vegan shoes online. So it's going to be pretty exciting, where you can take a shoe and make it the color you want, and the size you want, and everything to your specifications to get exactly the perfect vegan luxury shoe. And we're going to also have small productions of our luxury items and have them available online so that you can access them in small quantities, and we'll send out email blasts. So signing up for our email list is great on Instagram at Mink Shoes, because then we're going to be able to tell you what's coming. When I went to Italy, I went there 19 years ago, and I was trying to make vegan shoes with a factory in Italy. And most of the factories that I talked to were not very receptive to it. And the one factory that was receptive and wanted to make vegan shoes was a factory that was owned by a woman named Mara. So Mara and I worked together for the past 19 years and built this shoe line out. And then I've been basically making my shoes in this factory, and someone retired that was owning the factory, and now we part own the factory together. So it's a female-run factory, and we are outside of Florence in Italy, and we make the best shoes in the world, but we also make our brands vegan.
Hey guys, my name is Vinita. I represent Levante London. We're here from the UK at Fashion Week in California Market Center. Vegan brand. We've been going on for about 8 years, and this is our first time which we're launching in the American market as well. We make beautiful, very elegant, functional handbags, all out of recycled plastic bottles as the interiors for our handbags. So not only are we vegan, we're ethical, and we're a sustainable accessories brand. And we're all about providing beautiful functional pieces for the women every day to go to work, look good, be stylish, and still be cruelty free. We did a lot of research. We traveled to various markets, and we found that there were materials that were being developed but not being used properly in the right products. So we found some amazing recycled materials which were completely environmentally friendly, which had the toughness to be used in handbags, which is what we use. Now, for the insides of the handbags, a lot of people were basically using regular fabric, which causes a lot of wastage, but we decided to use recycled plastic bottles. And what that does is that the recycled plastic is salvaged from the landfills, it's melted down, and then it's spun into a yarn, which is then made into fabric. So it's like a recycled polyester fabric, which is beautifully soft, amazing to touch, and can be used as a very durable material inside our handbags, and that's what we decided to do, because not only is it more sustainable, it creates less wastage on the planet. I think vegan is the future, because everybody realizes, especially with the growth of social media, people now realize that this is not the way to live. People think that leather was a byproduct of the food industry, but more and more people are now understanding that it's not a byproduct, it's the actual industry itself. So it's a much more sustainable option to use vegan leather, where your accessories, your handbags and shoes are concerned, because not only are you being cruelty free, you're actually being more sustainable on the whole on the planet, because everybody knows that the CO2 emissions from cattle is a huge polluter to the planet. So it eliminates that whole process. Then the second part is, in the future, when you're looking at not only not using animal products, there's a lot of waste created from plastic. So people will stop using plastic very soon, because it's just doesn't do good. So there's been a lot of amazing technological developments where even toothbrushes are now made out of wood. This is where the future is, because as we grow, we realize the kind of damage we've done to our planet. So most of us have now switched to a more healthier and a more sustainable lifestyle. I actually had a very personal experience. I was 18 years old. I would go to university and I had to pass a live butcher's shop. Anybody who knows what a live butcher shop is, it's like a cage where there are animals, so live animals, and anytime the customer comes there, the butcher would take his hand, put it inside the cage, and pull out a live chicken. Now at that point, when the customer would come there and the butcher would open the cage and put his hand inside, there would be a unanimous squawk, and it would be so loud, so painful, I would walk past the market like this. So with my ears closed and my hands trying to prevent me from seeing this, but the sight and the smell and the sound was so much that at the age of 18 I just turned vegetarian. I went from enjoying butter chicken to hating it, and I realized at a very young age that animals have feelings, they have a lot of emotion. Yes, the levels of consciousness are different. A chicken has less consciousness than a cow, I get that, but everybody feels pain, and the chicken are smart enough to realize that they're going to die. It was a really turning point, transformative point for me. But then as time passed, my family was also working in the fashion industry, but my family would work in garments, and I learned at that point in time that the way the laborers are to be treated is very special, and they must be paid fair wages, and that helps maintain the quality of the items as well. So as time passed, I graduated from business school in America, and I got a job in banking, but I knew that my heart was always pulling to do something a bit more and give back to the planet, which is when I started the accessories brand UAnimals London in 2009. So it's been a long time, and it's grown phenomenally. We're doing very well in the United Kingdom. Department stores who earlier would look at you like you're crazy now are taking us on, and we've just launched in the United States.
So like in China, there are a lot of Buddhists, and especially like monks, they like to drink tea a lot because it keeps them alert. It's not like coffee that just like makes you awake, go up and then go down. Like tea, it can make you awake, but also like make you calm. So you feel relaxed after you drink tea. That's why like a lot of monks, they like to drink tea when they're meditating. Some of the clothes like this, it's kind of like it's inspired by the clothes that monks would wear. It's very loose, very relaxed. When you wear it, it's just like so comfortable. Yeah, so like tea, veganism, and Buddhism, like those things are always just together in China.
Is inclusive of workers' rights, the environmental impact, Those are the two main pillars, and now animal rights as well. What is considered cruelty-free fashion is often looking at the animal rights element of it. It's sometimes not inclusive of workers' rights. So from the perspective of consumers, I would say really look at brands that hash out all the details of their about pages.
How do you think bloggers influence designers and other big problems?
Yeah, I think bloggers are the middle point between consumers and brands. So when bloggers are talking about issues that are important to them, consumers will listen and brands will listen. And I think it's so important that bloggers take a stance on their own ethics. When I started blogging, I made it a point, I will only work with ethical and sustainable fashion brands. And at first people said, well, there's not enough brands, who are you going to work with? But because I made that decision, so many brands have come out, and I'm so glad I made that choice. And I didn't feel like I had to sacrifice my values for my love for fashion.
Activism, and I love all kinds of activism. We are a large spectrum of people doing different things in the world, and it resonates with different people, you know, so that's why I think that what they are doing is amazing, and they are touching the heart of a lot of people. What different organizations are doing is amazing, and I respect each and every one of them, and I want to say that our way of doing activism is a creative one, but we're really trying, you know, to make a difference in the same way. Thank you.
See me, little one, marching all across the sky.